All right, welcome back. And now we're going to get into the situations and solutions exercise. Brennan Northwick here. And again, this is going to be a exercise that you could use for the next 12 months, if not longer. Okay, this is going to be able to kill so many birds with one stone. So let's get right into it right now. We've just identified who your actual primary customer is and who your secondary customer is, right? So now we have to get into the minds of those folks. Now that you know what their problems are, you know what their objections are, you know what they are, or where their role is inside of the actual business decision-making process, this is going to be helpful. So now we want to go and look onto the left-hand side of what we have on the screen. You're going to see your situations. Off to the right-hand side, you're going to see the solutions. Now what we want to do is match these, but we want to do it in a specific way. The top left box, okay, and every box actually on the left-hand side underneath the situations column is going to be filled with one specific problem. But you don't want to just make random problems, right? You want to know your market enough, and if you don't know, you want to do some research. Go into the forums, ask the private groups, reach out to people that are, local to your area, but you've got to really figure out what the top 3 problems are that your market is facing today. Not last year, not 2 years ago, not something they're going to face 5 years from now, but what are the problems that they're facing today? Get those down and get them written on the left-hand side of this. I'm actually going to go with you into an example in just a second so you can see what this looks like filled out. But for right now, start thinking. Get to thinking about what it is that your market is facing. And you're going to see that you want to keep it, the problem can be as general as you need to, right? But the solution is going to be very specific. And I'm going to share with you what I mean in just a second. So think about it real hard about the situations and then what you want to actually provide them, okay? So the situation's on the left. The solutions now is what you're actually going to give to them. This could be your product, your service. It could be a giveaway. It could be video ideas, right? So a lot of the times what we do is when folks will come to us, they'll say, well, what do I create my content about? How do I make it valuable? How do I know that my market's going to give me their attention and that it's something that they really want? Well, you'll never know if you don't do the work before you start. That's why if you noticed in the last lesson, just doing that one exercise is going to help you with creating what we have in front of us, along with about 6 or 7 other things down the road in later lessons. So for right now, focus on getting the top 3 situations written down right now, and then attach 3 different solutions to that situation. So imagine for every problem that you're hearing that your market's facing, you're going to provide them with 3 solutions to that problem. Pretty cool, right? Now what we're going to do in a second is I'm going to share with you what it looks like so that you can understand how simple it could be to take that content, take those ideas and turn them into products and services, upsells, downsells, video, video modules and giveaways and all kinds of things that are going to help you either make money or deliver goodwill. And so let's take a look real quick. Now that you have this, you got 2 of these inside the download below this video and inside the resource center as well. Okay, so if you ever need more of these, all you got to do is just come back here, print them out, and keep them by you. Keep them handy, because the more that you create, the more that you pivot into, say, a new market or a new demographic, or the moment you have a new idea about what it is that you want to create, come back to this moment, come back to this page, and think about what are the problems that you're solving, right? Who has those problems, right? Start to really dig deep. So let's take a look at what it looks like real quick filled out. Now, this is going to be something, I built this out in like a Google slide sheet or something like that, right? So here, if you don't want to print it out and you want to do it on your own, you can do it like this. But here's what we have. On the left-hand side, we got our situations. On the right-hand side, we have our solutions. You can see that the major situations with a lot of the people that we meet with, okay, a lot of the prospects and clients that we deal with, they come to us and they're saying, look, I got low-quality leads, right? People that were getting us leads, they weren't converting, and they got to be low quality, right? Well, if they come to us and they say, and we know that this is the number one problem, right? Then we can actually walk them through how to create goodwill to build awareness. We could walk them through how to install a vetting process so that those quote-unquote low-quality leads, they never actually make it to that final stage in the buying process. You kind of vet them out and you weed them out. How about the funnel stacking process, right? If we could take them, imagine this, if the solution or if the situation was them not having qualified leads, what if we took them through a funnel stacking process where it actually built up audience awareness and then moved them naturally to a lead generation funnel, and then finally moved them to a sales funnel where those leads would have been fully indoctrinated? That would possibly help with the low quality leads to start getting them higher, better quality. You could also have the big idea, right, where you're going to be able to walk through exactly what it is that you can explain and how you're going to fulfill those promises that you're giving to the market, right? Those low quality leads might be because of a lack of clarity in what you offer, or a lack of clarity in how you deliver it, or a lack of clarity in what your promise is. And then again, the perfect customer profile. We just got done with that lesson, right? And imagine if you didn't know that, and if you didn't have that information written down, if you didn't know exactly everything that we had gone through, then your quality of leads, they're going to be low because you don't know who you're talking to and they don't know why you're talking to them. So it's very low quality. So if you can see, we're asking for only 3 solutions, but what I did is I gave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I gave like 5 or 6, right? So you don't have to only give 3. I'm just giving you as an example that you need to have at least 3 solutions. If you can't solve the 3 problems that they're facing, right? If you can't come at that from 3 different solutions for that one problem, then you need to do more research on what it is that your product is going to do, right? You need to understand that your solution is your product. Your solution is your service. Your solution is your company. The situation now is why you built those products, right? Why did you create the company? It was to solve a problem. We'll put those problems here in the situations column. Now, if you go to the second situation, no back-end sales sequence or back-end sales system, what if we created the double tap? Or if we showed them how to create the double tap? What if we taught them how to create desirable offers or irresistible intriguing offers, right? The IIOs. What if we were able to deliver a 365-day follow-up? Now, do you think that if those 3 things were put into our prospects back end, that they would help create more sales? Absolutely. So what about the no sales, right? We still have now a situation where people come to us and they say, I'm not making any sales. I don't know what's wrong. I've got a good product. I know who I'm marketing to. I just can't seem to get it right. Well, a lot of the time it's because of the sales copy. It's the words you're using, right? How crazy is that? It has nothing to do with who you're marketing to and your advertising, the tech setup. Does your funnel work? Does it not work? It's the actual words on the screen. By shifting a couple of words, you can actually shift your entire revenue. So think about it. Understanding more sales copy or better sales copy would help improve sales. Learning how to create and write your sales letters or video sales letters would increase more sales. Having more offers in the marketplace would increase your sales. Knowing what to do out and offline, right? So with your cold calls, with your emails, and then again with social media and live events, all those together would help improve your sales. And so what we want to do is create now on the solution side, what you've just done is you can create products, you can create services, or you can create giveaways. They could be video ideas, right? You've just created a bunch of content and a bunch of goodwill that you can start to package and sell or give away for free. It's totally up to you at this point because the solutions are things that people would pay for. And more importantly, the solutions are things that you could use as your lead magnets. So imagine if you know that your market's facing a low quality lead situation. Well, what happens if you created a PDF or a checklist that said, here's the 3 things you could do to build up more awareness to improve the quality of leads that you're generating, right? What if it was, the vetting process to kill all low quality leads and help you perform at a higher level, right? What if we created a guide to funnel stacking and how you can move somebody from never knowing who you are to a loyal fan without ever selling them a thing? Right? There's all these different ways that you could do this. But what my point is that these solutions now, they are so much for you because think about it. If you don't have a product, but people are asking for a sales system, a back-end sales system, guess what? You can add that, right? You can add that to your existing product line, or you can add that to your existing services. And what's going to happen is you're going to see that you've just now bolted on a high-ticket service to something that your market needs. So now you have an upsell, you have a value ladder, you have a chain where you can actually say, hey, look, well, I am offering this service, right? I'm offering, say, Facebook advertising, but I could also create the back-end sales system for you if you want to actually take those leads and turn them into sales on the back end for you automatically. That's an additional $2,500, an additional $5,000, an additional $1,000 a month, whatever it is. But now you've just taken that and you said, wow, if this is a solution that they have, that they're looking for, then why don't I just build a service around it? Why don't I just add a service to what I'm already doing? And if that's not something you want to do, create a giveaway for it, right? And give that information away and say, hey, look, here's how you can build your sales system out. But hey, a sales system doesn't mean anything if you can't generate leads. Why don't you here and get with me and I'll show you how you can create and use Facebook advertising or Google ads or whatever it is to generate more leads so that this now back-end sales system actually means something to you. Pretty cool stuff. So that's where is a good place for us to end on this lesson, because now what I want to see from you guys is to go into your resource center inside the academy, print out 3 or 4 or 10 of these sheets and start to fill them in. Figure out what the top 3 situations are and the solutions to those situations. Remember, 3 solutions for every situation. Once you have that out, then go on to the very next lesson. Because right now is where the clarity begins. The next stage is where we start to put it all together for you in a funnel format and allow you to really start to generate those leads on demand. All right, so get to work, and I'll see you guys on the next lesson.